It is so hard for me to pick a favorite comedy, or to say a movie is the funniest comedy of all time. But anytime I try to think of that, The Naked Gun is always in the top 5. Joke for joke, I don't know that any movie in history has had a better hit ratio than that original Naked Gun movie. I went into the 2025 version cautiously optimistic. In recent years, comedies don't seem to come out nearly as often, and when they do, they are littered with in-jokes or references that are going to feel dated in about 3 years. Somehow, The Naked Gun goes back to its roots, and it succeeds. The jokes are oh so stupid, but they work. They aren't tied to any given time, they are universally silly, and would be just as funny in 1988 or 2053. There are a couple of dated references, but they're there just to prove this point. Liam Neeson is great as Lieutenant Frank Drebin Jr., the son of the late great Leslie Nielsen character. Now, rumor has it that Liam Neeson was cast just because of his name similarity to Leslie Nielsen. I don't know if that's true, but if it is, it just adds another joke to the movie that works. Neeson is great in this role. He never once cracks a smile, and he plays everything completely straight. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be just as good as Leslie Nielsen in those original films. And I was surprised to learn that Liam Neeson is 10 years older than Leslie Nielsen was when that first movie came out. The Naked Gun focuses mainly on sight gags, but there are a couple of one-line zingers that absolutely cracked me up. One, while Neeson was interrogating a man of his crimes, and another, when his inner monologue was describing a character's butt. The character is played by Pamela Anderson, whose name I'm not going to spoil here. Now, as far as visual gags, 2 of them really stood out. One was a modern, more over-the-top take on a classic Austin Powers gag, and the other was a modern twist on the classic guys carrying glass across the street gag that's been in about 500 movies. Although the jokes aren't completely original, they're still hilarious. The entire cast was great. Pamela Anderson, surprisingly good in a comedic role, and CCH Pounder played a great, strict police chief. I enjoyed all the bad guys as well. Drebin's partner is played by Paul Walter Hauser, who wasn't in the movie nearly enough. I find Hauser to be a great character actor and think given the chance he could have added quite a bit more humor to this movie. The plot doesn't matter, and that is evidenced by the first scene of the movie when you see how little thought was given to the plot device that is meant to push the movie forward. The plot is just a vehicle to set up and knock down joke after joke for 85 minutes. The jokes never stop. Even the credits are littered with jokes. Now, I have missed stupid movies whose only job is to make me laugh. There's no political agenda, no underlying message, no theme. It just fit in as many jokes as you can. And in my eyes, the original film is still the funniest film of the franchise, but the 2025 version is a worthy successor. Basting a turkey, crime scenes, dressing like a schoolgirl, always holding a coffee cup, shooting a gun in a moving vehicle.